Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lovessss. If you're a new subscriber, hi love, well, welcome to the little family. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi sweetheart, welcome back. Yes, as you can see by the title down below, I've officially completed 1 year in the UK. I've officially completed 1 year in the UK and finally doing my story time of when I relocated. So the way I've structured this, because I didn't have a lot of footage for travel, like I didn't vlog much because of a lot of things that have transpired during my travel. I've actually did a story time towards the end of my vlog where you guys can get to learn what happened basically throughout my travel journey to the UK. And I hope you guys get to enjoy this video. I was contemplating on whether to do it, but I'm like, let me just do it. Could be something beneficial to somebody. And see you guys at the end of the video. Beauty in the eyes she has, beauty in the body it takes. She's a diamond girl, not glass. Yeah, I'm at the double one, that one. We're going with an air process. We are taking the monkey to fly. No, I'm not the monkey. The monkeys today are these ones remaining in Africa. You guys are the monkeys. You can see me through, though you still deserve better. You stick with me, cause everything I see still reminds me of you. I'm catching a train. Yes. Hey, you should be my bodyguard. Precious is going to get a trophy. We belong together, me and you forever. Like somebody and it's overwhelming. So call me stupid, call me crazy. So long to sanity. A little wild, insane, a bit erratic, a bit dramatic. My brain is in a panic, I'm going manic, okay. A little psycho, a little wild, insane, a bit erratic, a bit dramatic. My brain is in a panic, I'm going manic, okay. Lele nine in the gun. Yay! We used to have each other's playlists. No. Used to be each other's best friends. And now we go our separate pathways, but your heart's still in mine. Yeah. And maybe we could try it next week again, but I don't wanna think what's
sick, but who cares? You said that we're over, hands under covers alone this time. But everything I see still reminds me of you. Bag of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you. Remember when we used to say to each other, we belong together, me and you forever. Tell me where you've been, yeah, since our break. I'm sorry that I blamed ya for things you can't control. I've been in a daze. I left my heart out to you so you could see me through. Though you still deserve better, you stick with me, cause everything I see still reminds me of you. Bag of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you. Remember when we used to say to each other, we belong together, me and you forever. We belong together, me and you forever. We belong together, me and you forever. I'm trying to get you on my mind less, but then again I couldn't mind less. Got me like, what's in your coffee? I hope you call me and we can talk about our hobbies, yeah. Like finding movies to get lost in, and quoting phrases from The Office. What's it like to wear that halo, so sweet it's painful? So would you put me on your payroll, girl? I know it's probably not too healthy, you got me over here obsessing, whoa. Friends call me stupid, call me crazy, well, so long to sanity. Forget the roses and the diamonds, baby, like MasterCard, you're priceless. At the end, you got no limit, so girl, let's spend it. A couple weeks in Costa Rica where we both can kick it. I give you my sovereignty, we play Monopoly. You own the boardwalk, but you're living in my head rent free. I wonder when I'll get evicted, or if you meant to leave your blender in my kitchen. I know it's probably not too healthy, like John Belly and it's overwhelming, whoa. So call me stupid, call me crazy, yeah. So long to sanity. A little wild, insane, a bit erratic, a bit dramatic. My brain is in a panic, I'm going manic, okay. A little psycho, a little wild, insane, a bit erratic, a bit dramatic. My brain is in a panic, I'm going manic, okay.
By the title down below, I've officially completed 1 year in the UK. I've officially completed 1 year in the UK and finally doing my story time of when I relocated. So I left home on the 24th of August 2022, relocating to the UK as a healthcare assistant. Starting all in all, so we went to the airport. I think my flight was a 9 a.m. flight, yeah, from Botswana to South Africa, because I was connecting South Africa, Dubai, then Zurich. Yeah. All right, so we left home and we went to the airport. When we got to the airport, I printed out my COVID test results, and then proceeded to checking my bags on the scale. You know what the danger is when you're packing your whole life in 2 bags and moving to a country that you know that it's cold. I'm not cold tolerant. Even up until now, I'm still thinking about the winter that is gonna come in a few months. How am I gonna incubate myself? I completely hate the cold. Yeah, so I packed my life in 2 bags, 2 in a little bag, 2 bags and a little suitcase and 1 backpack. Yeah, we got to the airport and we tried to sort out my clothes, like see what I'm leaving behind. Yeah, and then I proceeded to doing my check-in with Air Botswana, checked in, then caught my flight to OR Tambo, and that is where the drama all began. So I was flying with Emirates from South Africa, Johannesburg to Dubai, then Switzerland, because I had a lot of layovers, a lot of stopovers. So when I I got to OR Tambo, and then I go to the Emirates check-in personnel, give them my passport and everything. They're like, where's your UK visa? So apparently these people, if they see that you're very young, they'll ask you a lot of questions, because right? So they asked me for my UK visa. I showed them my visa. They asked for my accommodation, and then they asked me where I'm connecting. I was like, no, I'm connecting Dubai, then Zurich. They're like, so where's your Schengen visa? So a Schengen visa is a visa that allows you to travel within Europe. The time I was booking the flight, I knew that I was just connecting, not transiting, because there's a difference with connecting and transiting. Transiting, you actually have to go through immigration and then collect your bags, pass again through immigration, then recheck in yourself into the next flight. With connecting, your bags continue on the flight. You don't pass through immigration, you just proceed to the next terminal. Yo, the man is like, you need a Schengen visa, so go ask Air Botswana to give you your bags. So we take your bags from Johannesburg straight to London, because we're avoiding you to go pass through immigration in Zurich, because they're gonna deport you when you get there. Yeah. And then now I'm panicking. I only have like 1 hour to check in. In the Yogataboha, guys, I literally ran OR Tambo. You know how OR Tambo is so big. I ran OR Tambo to Air Botswana. When I got to Air Botswana is like, these people are speaking nonsense. These people are speaking nonsense. They actually have to help you out, because when bags have already been tagged, the only way to take them out of the, I don't know what they call them, they go to the next flight. The only way, it's gonna take me 3 hours. So the only option I have is that when I get to Dubai, tell the Emirates officials that my bags should immediately go to London. They shouldn't go to Zurich, because they'll be stuck in Zurich. Yeah. Okay, I ran back, and the line for Emirates was really long. I ran back, and then I spent another 20 minutes at the check-in terminal. By that time, boarding gates were already open, and I'm running around the airport, and the terminal I was supposed to go connect in was very far away. Yo, So when I get there, they're like, let us just give you your tickets to go. If you get deported, we tried our very best for you to have everything in a smooth manner. But when you get to Dubai, talk to the Emirates officials at the connecting office that they should take your bags immediately to London. They shouldn't go to Zurich in Switzerland. Yep. Okay, and then I boarded the flight late. The boarding gates were already closed, and you know when boarding gates are already closed, according to airport security, you're not allowed to board. Luckily when I got there, because it was like a kilometer of me running, no, I passed through security. They gave me priority because I was already running late. Passed through security, and guess what, I left my bag and my teddy and that bag had all my passports, all my documents that I'm gonna need at the security. I run, get to the boarding gate and see that there's a line. When I get there, I'm like, I feel so light because I traveled with the backpack everywhere I went. I feel so light. I'm like, shit, I forgot my backpack at the security gate, and that's close to another kilometer away. I have to run another kilometer after running another kilometer to catch the flight. So and then there was this other pretty girl. She was coming to London too. I wish I could see her. She was very tall. I think she's probably a model in the UK. I'm like, hi, can you please hold my bag? I wanna go I wanna go get my bag because I cannot travel anywhere without bag. Because it had my documents, it had my everything, like literally my life depended on that bag. She's like, okay, and I'm like, please tell them that I'm coming. I listened a plane delay way, guys, because of me. So I ran. When I was running, I was like, I'll redo the whole journey again in a smoother process. Some security official is like, what are you running for? He's like, I'm gonna go get my bag. He's like, this man had to run with me to go get my bag. Luckily when we got back to the gates, they were holding the bag like this and like, whose bag is this for? I'm like, it's mine. And I'm like, thank you. Got my bag, had to run again, and it was heavy. That bag was heavy. I had to literally stop and breathe because I could feel my chest going. Hella, hey, yo, welele, guys. If you're traveling, I always say to people who want to travel, if you're traveling, please take the easiest route. Take a route which is visa free. Like, you guys go and get stress. Yeah, and then from there on, luckily I found the girl at her boarding pass almost being scanned, so scanned my boarding pass and we got onto the flight to Dubai. And now that's when reality kicked in. I'm going to be deported when I got to Switzerland. Okay, now I have to keep in touch with my family and ask them if there's no way they could literally like apply for a fast-paced Schengen visa. Yo guys, yeah, and then we traveled Dubai. I was crying the whole way. The people I was sitting next to were probably looking at me like, what's going on with this girl? I was crying. I was crying. We got to Dubai in the early hours of the morning. Like it was it 1 a.m. Got to Dubai and I talked to the connecting officials and they're like, no, just when you get to Zurich, just show them your bag tags for them to connect them to London. And then because I'd asked them to like take out my bags and separate them, put them on the earliest flight possible, they had charged me, I think it was $160 for that. Then 120 and then they're like, no, we actually made a mistake, take your money. And I traveled with 1.5 and the exchange rate in Dubai, hey, Yeah, and then they gave me my money back. I went to eat my, what will I call it, breakfast? It's not breakfast because I was eating at 3 a.m. my fresh look at 3 a.m. and then I went to catch the train to my terminal, got to my terminal and slept. My flight to Zurich was at 9:50. Yeah, 9:50, caught my flight, arrived in Zurich, and without knowing, I actually wanted to go to the immigration. When I got to immigration, they're like, no, you're just connecting, just go to the other side of the airport and scan your stuff, they'll check your passport, and then you're good to go. And I'm like, wow. But then about stress, I almost missed my flights. Yeah, so then our flight was actually delayed in Zurich. So when it was delayed, and then they just checked our passports, and then I asked them to just check where my bags are. Apparently my bags need disappear on the flight to London, so then they had to make sure that they catch the next flight to London, which was the following day. So my bags, I traveled without my bags. So we arrived in London. I had the most smooth process. Like, honestly, I arrived, there was no line at immigration. I remember when I came back this year in May when I came back from Botswana, line 3 hours in the line. The time I arrived, there was no line. I passed through immigration, we're chatting. I think I showed you Sedilaka in my previous video. Yeah, I was traveling with my teddy bear. I was chatting with the immigration official. Like, it was so chilled, and I'm like, wow. I almost missed my flight over people's drama. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, so and then I had to catch the London Underground. I'm so happy that my bags actually stayed behind me, because the London Underground, especially that back home we don't commute using trains, we use combis and these public transport, the sprinter, the bus. Yeah, so me using a train was yeah. So and then I caught my London Underground train, caught my train to I think I was using London Euston. Yeah, London Euston to Kent, and then that's where the other drama began. So because back home we were not used to shared accommodation, so then my manager's spouse connected me. So when I get I'm like, yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's common for people who are so and I'm like, no, and then we arrived to the staff accommodation. When we arrived at the staff accommodation, he talks to one of our co-workers. He's like, he's like, here's a new parcel. And I'm like, yo, I have been trafficked. I have been trafficked. And then because I saw like they were out smoking, back home smoking, something that is done by a few people. It's not like here literally everybody smokes. They were out smoking. I found them like in the balcony smoking. Then they showed me my room, and what made me run is the fact that my room so they showed me my room, and I'm like, it's giving brothel vibes, it's giving trafficking vibes. I call my mom, my brothers, I'm like, hey, like, this is the whole situation that is transpiring. And I was quick enough to send a message to the embassy that Motswana has arrived in the UK. This is where I am, just in case I go missing. This was my last location. Yeah, and now it's around like 9 p.m. and my mom and my brothers is like, Just lie. So I left my bags in the room and went to the nearest police station. So the police stations in the UK are so weird. So apparently there's only one central police station that is opened, like in the whole thing. Yeah, in my area, police station yeah, and then I couldn't find the police station. I went to the nearest hotel. I explained to them my situation, and they're like, "Ooh, it's giving being trafficked." And luckily, they gave me a discount for the night. I got free food, free food, and they gave me money in the morning to. Honestly, I'm so grateful to that hotel because I feel like because I was naive, I'm coming to a first world country, I'm black, I'm a female girl, it was giving a lot of things. So luckily in the morning, the police came. The police came and they interviewed me and they're like, oh, but actually it's not a very serious situation. Let's go to your workplace. We'll go drop you at your workplace and get to see that it's an actual environment that was described like during your whole process. So and then we went to work. Lima Podisi, like my first day of work, I went with the police. I met my managers with the police, and yeah, I was just a scared little girl. Honestly, looking back on the past year in the UK, I've got to learn a lot. I've got to also learn a lot about myself, the whole English culture, a lot of things basically about living in the UK. And I've gotten to see that, social media doesn't actually portray how life is, like, especially living in a first world country and being an immigrant also. Especially being an immigrant who's coming to work. Being an immigrant who's coming for school could be much easier, honestly speaking, but being an immigrant who's coming to work is something completely different. So that is my quick story time about how my experience was when I first relocated to the UK. It has been a roller coaster year. I've laughed, I've cried, I've wanted to pack my bags and go home many times. And one thing also I've also gotten to learn in this country is if you do not have a support system, you get into deep depression. Trust me, like, honestly. Yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for watching my video and see you in my next video.